boy, isn't the internet such a great place? Isn't it full with the most authentic developers and very, very respectable clients? Is what I would be saying if we were living in a parallel dimension. Say hi, Tia. We're going to be learning about bad game developers today.
Oh, lordy, here we go again. Hello, Internet.
Here we go again. Now, I don't think this needs much saying or much foundation, as I believe pretty much everyone on the internet has at least heard of this. But there's a game that came out recently called The Day Before. And for some reason, people really didn't like it. It could have been the fact that the entire gameplay trailer for it was nothing but lies and fabricated pre-made content and stolen assets. It could have been that the developers then literally took people's money and run. Or it could have been anything. It could have been the fact they didn't sacrifice enough virgins to the devil. Who knows? But you know who does know? The Act Man. So let's see what went wrong.
Gamers used to be hyped for this game. Now it's a ghost town.
I never really heard about this until the gameplay trailer. And even when I saw the gameplay trailer, I knew this game was fake. I knew it. But people had so much hopium thinking this would be good.
We've watched studios wither and die.
I love the sense of disappointment in the morning.
That a new game was actually.
So the thing is, though, he says that games have come out in poor condition. Yeah, Cyberpunk was pretty poor, but it was intended to be a good game. This, I do not believe that this game was intended to be a game to begin with.
No, most things are made on good faith.
Holy crap, how did they make it go so wrong?
Yeah.
Scam, but never have we witnessed all three of these things happen at the same time.
And I think that's what it was.
Boy,
It's a contingent of so many different elements that you would only see usually in one situation at a time. But it's all three represented in a single setting.
Train wreck I had ever seen. You call that a train wreck? This is a train wreck.
Oh my god! What? Oh my god!
Oh!
Holy sh! There's no way! There's actually no way that somebody working on this game wouldn't have seen that. Do you think they knew that was there and they were like, nah, dude, ship it anyway. Ship it anyway. Because the thing is, this game was in development for so long. Like, it's not even like this is a small studio. They have like 50 people working for them. Which makes me think this must be one of two things. Either they literally are so incompetent that they couldn't make anything worth making, and they put it out anyway, which is bad on them, or they were literally, knowing they were doing this, didn't care and just wanted people's money. And you know what makes this worse? I saw on Twitter yesterday, a single indie developer has tried to remake this game, but good. And in 2 months, they've made a game that is almost identical to this, similar mechanics, similar concept, and it's actually functional. Which is why I do believe these guys are just either incompetent or greedy, one or the other. There's no situation where it's not.
What is
CD Projekt Red moment? No, it's not a CD Projekt Red moment. CD Projekt Red legitimately wanted to put out a good game. These guys, I don't think they wanted to. I think they just were either stupid or ignorant.
What in the world?
I'm pretty sure it's a scam.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Attack on Titan ain't got shot on this.
Please strap yourselves in, because
like, where did they get the developers from this game? The bargain bin at Walmart?
The Day Before just might be the most.
The thing is, you look at this and you're like, dude, that looks really cool. But it's that stupid concept of pre-rendered cinematics to try and sell a fake game that never existed in that format.
Nah, S tier now. Gollum game? Officially go.
I was about to say, what he's saying is that they've really done a good job of lowering the bar.
As bad as all these games were, they were
all the bad games that have come out in the last year or two are going to look godly by comparison to this.
Pile of shit that is The Day Before.
IGN gave it a 1. I wouldn't even give it a 1.
By the ironically named
because you can't rate something that isn't even a game. Because this isn't a game. It's not. It's a lie.
For those of you
this doesn't deserve a rating.
The Day Before was promoted as an open-world MMO zombies.
So like, you look at this and you're like, dude, this actually looks kind of cool.
And although parts of the trailers seem to have promise, the marketing was fishier than your mom's vagina. Turns out they didn't make the game
hey, don't talk about your mom's vagina like that.
Psych, it's a shitty extraction shooter instead.
What?
Essentially, Fantastic Studios did a not-so-fantastic job of trying to scam potentially millions of dollars from the gaming community. Luckily, the
thing
day
is,
before
conceptually,
has been
this kind of
removed
stuff
from the
works.
Steam
There's a
store
huge
and is
audience
no
for
longer
survival
available
extraction
for
shooters.
purchase.
I mean, look at
Anyone
this game
who
from
bought
Tarkov.
it should be able to get a full refund no matter how much time they played, which I can't
I am
imagine.
so, dude, I am so glad that my shit sensors were on point with this one. I knew this was fishy from the word go. I feel like a lot of people who ended up buying this game only bought it to kind of see whether the shit really did stink. And oh boy, did it!
Would be more than like 15 seconds. I say they attempted to scam people because Valve holds on to the revenue for the first month and they pay out on the 30th of the next month. And it seems good old trusty Gaben sneaked this rug pull out pretty quickly. Now, if only he...
Oh, did they do... Okay, so I think what they must have tried doing is they tried releasing it at the tail end of the year so they could get the launch day money. Because you notice, so they launched the game and then literally 4 days later, they closed down their studio. So that to me tells me this was premeditated. There is no way, there is absolutely no way. This 100% was a scam. They knew what they were doing.
You could release Team Fortress.
I just can't imagine how the
did this
developers
happen?
in the
How
studio would
could
have
the
looked. Like they
most
would have hired
richlisted
people to actually
game
make
on
this to
Steam
begin with.
Turn out to be
Do you reckon
the
there was?
most
Do you reckon there were
blatant
people in the
fucking
studio who were like,
scam
"Hey, should we
ever?
actually make a
What I
game?"
have
And they were like,
found
"Nah,
will
dude, nah,
shock
don't worry
you.
about it."
Now, I don't know how organized I'm going to make this video. It might just be a stream of random.
Well, now we're
hilarious
getting on to the
facts
point of
and tidbits about the game.
contract
and
work
development.
versus
I
salary
honestly
work,
don't
because
know
they're
very much.
contracted and they were
Here's a
getting
fun fact.
shafted
According to
as
Ryan
well.
McCaffrey,
I would like
underpaid
to.
and
I would like to have
overworked.
seen the
I
studio.
wouldn't blame them
Over
for
a decade
cracking it.
that
Yeah, because like, so as somebody who's kind of worked in the industry for a fair bit, when you are most studios do not hire permanent staff. In animation studios, gaming studios, all that kind of jazz, anything in the creative industry, people who are hired for a project are usually only there contractually for that project. There's very few people part of most studios that are there permanently, apart from the higher ups. So the fact they actually had staff on hand, I wonder how that like interview would have gone. Would they have literally said, "Hey, dude, here's the thing we're gonna make," but then they're getting paid to make the thing, and they know that it's crap, but they're being told to make it in such a way.
Yeah,
I wonder if
that's
maybe
what I'm getting at.
I'm kind of thinking maybe they were being predatory towards like high school and university graduates to kind of. Are you okay there, too? You having a fight with your dishwasher?
No, I told you I was making a drink for this.
Oh, you two need copious amounts of alcohol together. You know what? Sippy! Yeah, I'm not sober enough for this. I'm not drunk enough for this, sorry.
That's pretty much how I feel right now. So, Margaritaville here in a moment.
Alcohol will help me analyze this much more factually. But no, I do think they probably hired a bunch of college student graduates who are desperate to get something on their CV. And they're just like, "Hey, dude, we'll pay you some money, and you get this on your CV, and you get to work on a AAA game."
IGN has reviewed a game and given it the score 1 out of 10.
Jesus. 1 out of 10! Damn, that's even lower than Warcraft 3
I love that
Reforged.
in the IGN review, editor's note, faster than we could publish our early access review, the developer announced it was shutting down and the day before was removed from sale.
You know, at this point, I
Faster
think
than we
Steam should
could
hold the
publish
ability to just
our early
refund
access
everybody.
review. Holy
Nobody who
shit.
bought this should have had to pay money.
I have never seen a studio speedrun its downfall like this. You know when a highly anticipated game launches in a clearly unfinished state?
I know a
or
lot of
new
people have
release is
refunded
filled with
themselves for like
predatory
Cyberpunk when it was launched,
microtransactions
and
I
appropriately
use the
so.
whole
But now the game is good,
bit.
and people are
Well,
buying
this
it
is-
again.
This is different. The day before.
See, this is
isn't
what I
a
mean. This is
symptom of
very different. This
shitty
was
trends in
this
modern
wasn't a
gaming.
game that was meant to be a game. This
This
was a
is
game that was
modern
meant to be a
scamming.
lie.
The
Exactly.
game's released
That's what I
unfinished and
said.
broken. It sucks ass, yeah. But what normally happens after that?
It
Well,
really
you hear
does
the
just look
same
like a
kind
bunch
thing
of
from
pre-made
developers.
assets they've
We're
just
working
imported
on it.
in.
Believe in us. We're listening to your feedback. We're gonna fix this. Thank you for your patience.
Because
And then when we
usually,
do, we
usually
all
when
have-
a game actually is intended to be a game, there's usually because this was one of the calling cards that I kind of identified that made me think this was a scam. There was no community outreach. There was no face to the company to try and say, "Hey guys, we've listened to your comments. We're addressing your concerns." There was no like analog between us and them. there was never been a face to the company, which to me says they're trying to maintain anonymity so they can have as many degrees of separation as possible between what they're making and what they're planning on doing, which was the scam.
Another apology post to the collage, and we've seen this with multiple Battlefield games, Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky, Halo Infinite, Halo MCC.
Oh boy, this has been a whole year, hasn't it?
Bad video game launches, the developers try to fix it. There is an attempt. What they never do is fucking give up after 4 days.
I wonder if there was ever even the intent of making a game, or whether from the word go they just wanted to scam, or maybe halfway through they realized it was too hard and then just decided to go for a scam.
Take a tip from Todd Howard. Tell them sweet little lies.
So my real question here is then, we've seen it time and again.
And then just dip out.
Who bankrolled them to begin with?
They said in their closing statement they had sponsors.
What are you doing with your life?
So I'm wondering, I think they lied to their funders, if you will. I think they showed the funders a bunch of fluff material and then were given money and they used that money for themselves. I think
that's literally what
obviously.
That's literally what happened with Artesian Builds.
Yeah.
With their PC stuff. By the way, they still exist. That dude, that CEO, has started another PC startup company.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Like,
they tried getting me, right? They tried getting me into their system.
They tried getting me too.
Funny.
I'm like, why would I pre-order a system? I build all my own systems.
Exactly.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep watching this discovery.
If you go back to some of these trailers, even back then, 2 years ago, people were calling this game out. This game has a 0% chance of being anything like this.
This is what I was saying. I saw this trailer and I was like, yeah, dude, this ain't real.
Of this trailer and see how
not a chance.
I remember watching this and I actually identified at the time several assets in the trailer that were just Unity Store assets.
Weird it is.
Like there was an ambulance, there were a couple of cars, even some of the clothes were just assets you could... There it is! That thing! That is a Unity Store asset right there.
It literally is. It's the same one that was used in the fucking Resident Evil remakes.
You can tell that this is not how people talk in actual comms. I hate it when presentations do this. They make it feel so artificial and fake.
Shall we split up?
Hey, you guys remember the Anthem trailer? Talk about what started it all.
Okay, and I'll look around here.
Okay, and I'll look around
This is
here.
how people talk. This is how people talk in multiplayer.
Hello, I'm going to go into this building. Okay, you go into that building. I'll look around here. Hey dude, your mum is pretty nice. Yes, my mum is really nice. My mum is really nice. Yes, your mum is really nice. Hey, have I seen your mother? God damn it.
They're co-op game.
So...
You know what? You tried. I'll give you an A for effort.
That's a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's all right. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
This literally makes
Okay.
In the Survivor
the Anthem trailer look like
sell and buy any
that is
liquid gold at this point.
Cooperate with other players.
Well, the voiceover, I'm pretty sure, by the way, that they used AI to generate
an issue here.
the voices in all
It does.
of the
It sounds like AI. It really does. But
It does. It sounds so fake and forced.
I mean, if everything else is fake, why not fake the only organic part you should have had, right? But here's the problem, and I think this is where a lot of people might have got hoodwinked. It's really easy to make the Unreal Engine look good. The Unreal Engine gives you a basis of graphical fidelity that looks like it's got quality to it. Like, I, right now, could go and download Unreal, load up a pre-made world, load in an asset, and pretend I'd made a good game. And you want to know what? My university course, there was a kid on my year who did this. He stole other people's work, dumped it into Unity, and pretended it was his to try and get a grade. And you want to know what was funny? The only reason he got caught out was because somebody from the game arts course got shown this, because everyone in our course was like, wow, dude, you're so good at this. Even our teachers was like, dude, you're really good. Wow, holy shit. But then somebody on the game arts course that was next to us saw this when they were showing it, saying, hey, yeah, look what the animation course is doing. And the kid was like, wait, you have this guy in your animation course? And the kid had named an artist who was working in the industry who had actually made the original model. And they were like, who is that? That's the person who made that. No, the person who made it is the kid next door. He's a third year. No, he's not.
No, that's hello. My bullshit meter is off the fucking charts.
And that then started a whole thing. He got kicked off the course. Yeah. But the thing is, he was using Unreal Engine to make everything he was doing look realistic. And what he would do is he would sit in the class with Unreal Engine open, fiddling with the models. But what was there was like pre-rendered assets, pre-rendered animations, and he would just make it look like he was fiddling with things to make it look like he was making something authentic. When in reality, he just gotten stuff off of the internet. And that's what this is. That is exactly what this is.
Cooperate with other
Just with a lack of
players.
teachers'
Well,
oversight
the voiceover,
to make them feel
I'm
guilty.
pretty sure, by the way, that they used AI to generate the voices in all of the trailers and in all of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
There's like this unnatural
Because if you fake one
hate
thing, why not fake everything else, right?
That betrays
I
the
fucking
tone.
hate the
And
AI
I'll show
voices
you-
so
I'll show you
much.
Some examples of that.
The things are about to get heated.
That sounds like a
The things.
That sounds like one of those cringy movie trailers. In a world filled with cringe, one cowboy man has one desire.
Like the timbre isn't even right
That's actually
either.
what
It's
needs
not.
to
Like
There's
be
no
they should have.
inflection either.
They should.
Things. Look, I checked this.
Well, no.
with
If you're gonna do like,
subtitles.
if you're gonna do the overview, right? Like
The things are about
the
to
voice,
get heated.
the voice isn't deep enough to
Jesus
capture attention
Christ.
either.
You wanna
Yeah.
say
Even
something?
that
Let
feels
me check this
half
out.
baked.
The best survival experience.
For the
The best survival experience? I'm sorry. The only thing that you have to worry about surviving is the sheer amount of cringe and nuclear fallout that you're gonna have to run away from when everyone realizes your game is fake.
survival experience.
Clearly, this was
of
an
the year.
allegory for their own
Studio
experience.
shuts down 4 days
They were
later.
talking to themselves in
The
first
Day
person.
Before offers a uniquely reimagined journey into
That voice even sounds
MMO.
AI
Did you hear
generated
that?
as well.
Did you, listen to how she says the word journey. She like slurs the word. And this is the kind of stuff. These are like artifacts in the audio that lead me to believe this is AI generated.
The uniquely reimagined journey.
Reimagined journey. If you're a professional voice actor,
Like,
like doing voiceover,
We're starting to
for
see
a
AI
production
voices
that
in
is
other
supposed
games
to
like
be
the
decently big,
finals, for
you don't
example.
fuck up
But at least in
on
the
something
finals,
like
they
that.
used an
You don't
actual
fuck
good
up
AI
like
for
that.
it, and they
The
actually
Day
got
Before offers a
actors to
uniquely
provide the basis of their
reimagined
AI
journey
to begin
into
with, so there was
post-apocalyptic
actually some
MMO
acting
open
involved.
world survival.
I don't think
I
AI
also
voice
like how
acting
this
should have
is,
be a
like,
thing, though.
A post-apocalyptic
If you are gonna do it,
setting,
at least use a
and you
good
have
one.
This, like upbeat techno music
Don't use it.
going
Just
on with
straight
this
up, don't use it,
lighthearted
please.
Female voice. Again, it's like the tone does not match up with the setting. It's just everything about this is unsettling to me.
You know that
Select a
itchy feeling you
personality.
get when
Choose
somebody
a
says,
gender.
hey,
And customize-
you know when somebody mentions the word ants? Or when somebody says, hey, do you feel that spider crawling over your skin? And then you get like that kind of Pavlovian response to
Oh.
feel like there's like something skittering on your skin.
What?
That's what this game feels
Sorry,
like.
wait. You know I'm arachnophobic. Why would you say that?
That
you.
feeling is what this game is a manifestation of.
Did you hear that? Choose a Jenner. I know
Choose
I'm getting hung up on
Jenner.
this AI voice
You know what,
stuff,
maybe the
but
AI was
And we're
drinking.
drinking.
Yeah, maybe the AI's been drinking.
Just used AI for all the characters because everyone sounds flat and monotone. The point is that these trailers did not depict something that felt real or like an actual
Thing is,
video
they would
game.
have to have put
With
effort
hindsight,
into a
knowing
fake
that this
this.
was
So
a
at some
scam,
point-
it's funny to look back at this.
You kind of
I
have to
also wanna
think,
talk
why
about,
didn't they just
the
like, you know,
developers' responses,
do
because those
other
are fucking
things to
hilarious,
scam
but
money? There
I
are
thought
other
it'd be
scams
funny
they
to
could have done
point
that
out
would
the
require
obvious
less effort.
similarities between the branding
Like
of
hiring an
The
Indian
Day
call center.
Before and The Last of Us. I mean, it's just a straight up. Wait a minute. The Day Before The Last of Us. That's what they're gonna call the next scam. The Day Before The Last of Us. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. I've cracked the code. Also, apparently that. Yo. Someone get H.
This is exactly what I was talking.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Plagiarism
this
right here.
again.
Look at this. Yes, they copied the cinematography of the Black Ops Cold War
Yep.
trailer. This is just the tip of the iceberg of things that were.
There's also a lot of
stolen,
Escape from
copied,
Tarkov
or
in this as well. I
plagiarized
noticed
to
with
make this
some DayZ.
game.
Hey guys, what do you think what do you think people were looking at the most in this trailer?
Oh, I'm definitely looking at her ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yup. This
Like,
this
damn
this,
girl, those
this
are some
was the
nice
trailer.
yoga pants.
If there was any doubt in people's mind that this game was fake from the first trailer, this is the one that would have made you realize, yeah, this is totally fake.
Yeah,
no, this
that's
is 100%
literally
fake.
using specific things to catch your eye and keep you from looking around.
And what's even worse is that they've even changed the rendering style from the first one. Like, they're using a much more soft-baked rendering system. That backdrop right there is probably like an actual, like, PNG.
No,
of
that's a
some kind.
PNG.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
absolutely.
skybox and a PNG.
Like,
100%.
I get
because
in early development, you kind of want to have just like you're not going to have much to show, so you just have like a self-contained box that you can have like a preordained thing in. That's fine. I don't mind that as long as it's something endemic of how the game's actually going to be. But this was just again, skin
Oh my
crawly
God.
feel.
Wait,
Also,
back
side
it up
note, this
to
is what
where
their
that
Discord
animation starts, please. Like when she's actually running across the street there.
You know what this is? This is
Dude.
the mobile game of the year. Because this is like
No, more than that.
This is like the carbon copy bollocks of how you get all these mobile games that just got pre-made assets that carbon copy everything they do, and it's just that. It is nothing but hot air coming out of someone's mouth with no substance.
Well, more to the point, look at the animation. You know this animation. You've seen this animation. This is PUBG Run.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Even the animations aren't their own. Because why?
No,
why
these are
animation
straight
is
up
hard.
ripped.
Why would you want to make your own animation? If Blue Hole have done it already, just yoink yoink. Oh, you know what? PUBG, good run animations, yoink. Escape from Tarkov, good gun models, yoink.
Game. Also, side note, this is what their Discord server is like right now.
Amazing. Oh my god.
Can you show that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Enough of that. So knowing what we know,
Yeah.
let's
Hold
go
on.
I can't believe we got
Hold
demonetized.
on.
by somebody else's
it's
bullshit.
time for science.
You don't.
It's time for science. It's time for science.
No.
It's time for science.
You're kidding.
It's time for science.
Kari, no. But do it. I need. Okay. Hun, no. But also
they
hun, yes.
closed it down.
Of course they did. Of course
No!
they did.
I just agreed to the only threat they have are the rules, but there are still 390. Oh, but they still have the roles. They still have
server's
the
not-
roles.
Oh, that just means that they imposed a rule set for like the
Yeah,
everyone rule where you
that's-
can't see everything.
Oh, there are
Oh my God.
7,285 people still on this server.
Kari, you don't think that they have an active Patreon and that's how you get the better roles to actually
Do
see
you
everything, do you?
think? Oh, I don't think so.
I bet money.
I don't think so. I think they literally had to nuke the platform.
I
think
hope that they did. I'm going to Google. Almighty Google.
Science, baby.
Damn,
Are we seriously gonna get into the neck of this? Like, I kind of, you know what? Maybe. You know what I should do? You know what I should do? Should I message someone on the list?
Wait, what? Hold on. The name is literally so fucking forgettable. I have forgotten what it was.
The day
What was
before.
it?
The day before.
The day before.
Wait, senior moderator. Should I? Don't say DM
Nope.
me. I kind of want to DM one of
No.
these guys. I kind of want to DM
Oh.
someone.
Oh, hun, don't put them through. Look, if they're like actual normal people at this, it would not be okay
You know what?
to DM
You're
them.
right. They're probably trying to do their best to forget about this. They're probably trying to ostracize themselves as much as possible. It would, you know what?
I
You're
was gonna
right.
say, you know what they are?
And we're-
They're literally the free hire community
Yeah,
managers. Like
exactly.
they're not paid by the company. They don't want anything to do with this shit show.
Oh dear. Moving on.
Work our way down
Yeah.
because that's where things get very strange.
that
Which, by the way,
tablet
the
is dead.
studio
Shit.
behind this game deleted all the videos on their channel.
Of
That's
course.
bizarre. That's interesting.
Mm.
Also, the
Yes,
CEO
even more
of
evidence
the
as to
company
to the
purged all
guilt.
of his social media accounts. That's a good sign. It's also a good sign when they're rebranding their older games to a different studio name. Not suspicious at all. Not suspicious at all.
No,
But
no,
the
guys.
real
This
gold,
is.
the real
I have
gold
seen nothing
is
to make
on
me
the
think that this is
fantastic Twitter.
suspect
So
at
this
all.
is their official statement.
You know what this
27
is?
million views. Today we announced
I have
the
a high
closure of
suspicion this might be
Fantastic
a
Studio. Unfortunately,
crypto
the day
scheme
before has
that they were
failed
using.
financially.
They made
Oh,
this game.
dude,
They made this game,
100%.
and they had Trojans in the game that take that hijack your GPU to farm Bitcoin for them. What better way to
We've seen
get
it
people? Yeah, no, we have. Like literally, there are games out there that do that. I could entirely see that being what this was.
And we
I
lack the
think
funds
though,
to
I think it's
continue.
worse
What do
than
you
that.
mean it failed?
I think it's one of
It's been
those
4 days.
NFT
You haven't
games
even gotten paid
specifically.
yet. Imagine
Like
a
one of the
dude
ones that
opens up,
people
like, a
actually
merch
threw
shop,
money
and then
into
4 days
to
later
begin
he's
with.
like,
Yeah.
nah, we gotta shut this down. We didn't sell enough t-shirts.
I don't even. I
guys.
mean, at this point,
4
we don't even need to
days,
watch
yeah,
the rest of
that's
this video.
enough
We know
time.
they're
Just
guilty.
Shut her
But the
down.
question is, how
All income
guilty?
received is being used to pay off debts to our partners. It's
Partners?
weird how they've mentioned money 3 times in like 2 sentences. Who are your partners?
I have
for whom we
goosebumps,
invested all our
Kari. This
efforts,
is
resources, and-
insanity.
I just wanna. All right, let's read this.
9 hours
Let's
into
read
the
this.
development of the day before, which was our first huge game. You didn't have shit for resources, bro. Also, fun fact, they say man hours and resources. They were using a volunteer developer force.
Volunteer?
What is this, Nicole?
Oh my god, that
weren't even
explains
getting paid!
literally everything.
You cannot have that lower self-esteem that you're willing to give your time is money. It doesn't matter how much you need on your CV. You can still get work even out. Oh, that's horrendous.
Coal mines, volunteer
Also,
developers.
on a much lighter note,
Unfortunately, we
the
don't
ends.
have the funding to continue the work. What work? You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You released like one.
I wonder
hotfix
if
and
they
then,
took
like,
advantage of the So here's something that I think may have happened. I legitimately don't think there were enough people. I don't think there were any people working on this. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 people who were slapping all these assets together, and then outside of what they showed in the trailers, I literally do not think there was any game development done. I think they did the volunteer workforce so that on paper they could say, yes, these are the people hired by us. So it would look like they had a workforce to make it more convincing that they were working on something.
like tabbed out. It's important to note that we didn't take any money from the public during the development of the day before. I like how they have to specify this. They seem ultra concerned about money.
Yes,
for
they're so
some
concerned about the money and not the
suspicious reason. I
ethical
wonder why.
ramifications of what they've done.
Brain blast. It's because
Sorry
this was
for
a
insulting
scam.
your
We did
trust.
everything within our power, but unfortunately we miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is
Kari.
an incredibly challenging endeavor. Again, all these
How come we
statements
don't
are
have?
No, that
super
that
fun.
that might be the first true thing they've put out. This might be the first true thing they've said. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. True! We found something they said that's true! Holy shit!
It only took literally 12 minutes of a 20-minute video to get there.
Are super fucking funny with the power of
You know what?
hindsight.
We
They
need
also
the,
say they took 5 years
we need
to
the
develop
surprise
this
Pikachu
game.
face.
The fun thing
Fake
about
game was
that,
fake?
this Reddit
What?
post by
Wait,
Epic Story
I have a thing for you.
1989.
Hold
Shout out
on,
to
let me
him
go
for
change my
compiling-
reactive right now. I literally
Oh
have
my
a thing
gosh.
for this.
So we're about to see the part that
Also-
I was looking forward to, seeing how many assets are actually stolen.
this. That catalog
Where the fuck is it?
assets this game purchased from the Unreal Engine store.
Literally
No
everything!
fucking
Right down to
way!
look at this. The inventory system. They didn't make this. They just purchased an asset. This game is an asset flip. Now,
So they probably spent upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 on all the assets to then sell it to try and make $50,000. I'm having an aneurysm.
Developers can buy things like this
You
to
mood.
speed up development of their games. Usually with independent studios,
You know, it's one of
more
those
a
things
thing,
that
I
for
believe,
independent
but it
studios
helps
and
so that
for
they don't have to create it
small
themselves.
developers,
Now,
yes,
for some
getting
parts
some
of the
extra
game, that's
assets
totally
once in a
fine.
while is great, and usually that's fine because it helps complement, and it's something you do to build up your brand so that eventually you can make your own stuff. But it's something you then reference and adjust and make transformative. But if your entire game is based off of if you have not created anything, then you are as bad as people who re-upload other people's content on YouTube with no transformative effect.
Good morning,
oh
Claude.
my god. Tia.
Look,
Please do
I
the
need
thing.
you to
Please say
understand.
the thing, say the thing, say the thing.
What?
Fake game was fake. What?
What? Actually, literally, you want the story behind this is Many made this for me right after I opened a throne for the first time, and she's like, fucking bet. If you go open a throne, I'll buy you something off of it. And I said, all right, bet. And I put on like black licorice caramels. And she went on there and immediately bought them. And I'm like, what did you fucking do? And she started drawing this. She's like, what did you think I was going to do?
Holds up.
Fine to do. But to do it to this degree?
Yeah,
Just
if you're going to
fucking
use pre-made
city.
assets, don't use
Like, the city
everything
the
as
game
pre-made
is set in
assets.
Is a purchased asset. They didn't make that.
Like there is an
I don't think they
acceptable
made
amount
anything in
of
this game. So what they did
asset
was
using
they
you can
bought
do.
all
This is
these
not it.
assets, and then they just
You use
threw
it to
in
help
a blender,
subsidize, to help
and
build
they
up, so
pushed it
eventually you
out
can make your
there
own stuff.
while making fake trailers to promote a different looking game entirely. So it's incredibly funny when the company talks about how much effort, blood, sweat, and tears they put into this, when I don't know what the fuck they actually made. If you're curious to check out this post,
Claude, I got a
will
thing
link
to
it
send
in the
you.
description. And they also had issues with the trademark of the day before. Filing
What?
January 7th, 2022. Status, application remains suspended. So
Wait, so that game
but
wasn't
it
even...
sounds like they didn't even have the actual trademark to this game. The rabbit hole is fucking insane. Here's a post.
This
from
is
the
so
CEO
friggin' wild.
Edward
I've never seen a
Bokop
game with
Stev,
such
which shows
controversy.
200,000
I'm not saying
sales
something.
in just a few short days. 91,000
Who bought into this?
refunded. And that they have a
You know,
contract
91,000 returned. That's still 111,000.
That's still a majority of people who still have the game.
That's still 111,000 units that have... No, sorry. 120 something thousand units that still haven't been returned. There are still 110,
but yes.
I legitimately think that, you know how in real life you can have recalls of things? They need to be able to recall a digital game. If a game has been proven to be a scam, everyone should get refunded. Everybody.
with the servers,
and then it should
$1
be the
million
developer
a
that pays
year.
the subsidy
so
to Steam.
Earning money, well deserved. So people were obviously curious and looking for an explanation as to how this could happen. Luckily,
You know, someone in my chat just said something that made me think. The people who aren't refunding are keeping it as a thing for their channel, so they can sell their account and be like, yeah, my account's got the that scam game.
Shit happens.
What was that? Did it say shit happens?
That is so unprofessional. What
Unbelievable
the fuck?
that you guys hyped this game up so much. This is the end result. You guys are an absolute disgrace to the video game industry. This was our first big experience. Shit happens. What do you mean shit happens? The only shit that happened was
not okay.
It's not.
Oh
the only
my
shit that happened
God.
was the one you took on the collective community's plate.
First big
Well, I know what our raid
experience.
message
Shit
is going to be for
happens.
today. Shit happens.
You know what? Shit does happen.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, Forrest Gump, settle
Like a
down.
fucking, this is like highbrow satire parody, I think.
Like, at
of
some
the most
point you have to think, is
incompetent
this a
video game
joke?
studio
Is this
that has
all an
ever
out of
graced
season
the
April
planet.
Fool's joke?
Imagine if CD Projekt Red, like 4 days
Yeah,
after
dude, imagine
Cyberpunk
if Blizzard
came out,
would
was
just not
like,
I mean, to be fair,
"Man, this was a much bigger game
when
than we tried to make."
Blizzard responds to someone, they say something really poetically professional, but you know underneath that text is a surreptitious, underlying, subversive message of shit happens. We don't care about your opinion, but we're gonna make it seem like we did. These guys just don't
Shit
care.
happens.
It's all about dress. It's literally all about the dress.
Uh-huh.
Where is the PR department, bro? Was that made up of volunteers too? Sell what? Other people's work? It's 98%.
I guarantee you, the person who's in charge of this PR is the person who runs the development studio.
So now they're just lying. Community notes, which leads to this
I
Reddit page
honestly,
I showed. Look
this
at
whole
this.
thing's funny,
December
but
7th.
Twitter community
This
notes
is
always
4
make my
days
day.
ago. After
I
5
love
years
how
of blood,
base
sweat,
Twitter
and tears,
community
we can
notes are. They
finally say
always
these words. The day
completely
before is
dunk on
out
idiots.
now. They
They
had to have
literally
known that they were gonna
knock the
shut
shit out of
studio
everybody.
down and
It's
that
so
this was gonna
good.
be a complete disaster. So with the power of Captain Hindsight, seeing this shit is fucking hilarious. This is where it gets weird. December 4th, okay? We're going down the rabbit hole.
This
Our
is where it gets
future
weird.
Player who will dive into the game on December 7th. I like how player is singular, as if they expect
Okay.
one person to buy it. We
Okay,
made this
curiously,
So I got
did
one-
anybody
I have
in
one
the
comment.
game, and it
That's what he
becomes
said.
a
I'm gonna ask,
celebration.
did anybody
Again,
in my
very
chat right
weird
now play this game? And did
phrasing.
anyone watching
Together
this on
we'll
YouTube play
continue
this?
improving the game and
Please
adding
let me know what
content.
your experience was, because I would love to get you hear what your opinion.
To a person
sorry,
who
continue, Tia.
didn't believe in us.
Okay,
To
so
a
the big thing that
person-
I'm remembering
to the
here
one
is,
person
you remember
who was following
Bethesda's
this game.
response
I like how
to
they also
criticism over Starfield,
Oh God.
where with worlds being empty, they got so weirdly defensive over it.
Yes.
This is that. The shit
It
happens is that, but somehow less professional because they don't try to use blahai. Love them.
See,
But it's literally that. Ugh. I hate this.
you know what the
Like,
antithesis
that's all
is?
I have to
It's
say.
people being abrasive about it, but then you've got the Sean Murray incident where you just kind of like deflect as much as possible. Like, you remember how No Man's Sky came out and he was like, "Yeah, guys, it's great. Wow, can't believe you found each other in the game, huh?" And then you just keep deflecting until the game gets good.
Specify. Please don't accuse
In his
us of
defense, he's a
scamming.
developer. He's
That's
not supposed to be
true.
in front of the
No,
fucking
it's
mic.
Take a penny from anybody. By the way, this game was $50.
$50?
$50. Please don't.
Okay, hold on. Let's do some math. Let's do some math real quick. So let's say 200. Let me grab my calculator.
I killed a bottle of tequila for this?
Hello there.
Hello.
110,000 people have kept a $50 purchase on a game that is dead on arrival. A bottle? Well, okay, there was 3 ounces of tequila left in it, which meant it was perfect to make a single serving margarita, because a classic margarita is a 2-1-1 recipe. 2 parts tequila to 1 part orange liqueur and 1 part lime. You can add a little bit of simple if you like, but a classic tequila is very sharp and very bracing. It doesn't have any sweetness behind it at all. Which is why I made it, because I'm out of simple syrup and I'm lazy. And I use Cointreau, which is 40 proof, so it's as strong as the tequila. I'm literally drinking rocket fuel with lime juice right now. Life is good. Lime juice makes everything better. Everything is very warm, and this margarita has disappeared very quickly with the kind of shit that has been spewed about this game. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
I've gone through my entire can. I've gone through my entire can
It
of
is-
beer in this time. Okay, so
It's like
let's do some math. Let's do
it's
some
train
math.
wreck.
200,000 people bought the
At
game
50
on
grand,
launch.
at $50 a piece.
Times
Yeah, so that's $1 million. That's literally $1 million. That's basic math. Or 10 million. Sorry, I can do basic math. I tried. I did my best. Shut up! I can feel you smirking over there. Shut up! 110,000 people kept it.
So that's still $5 million they've made. At least.
But are y'all Aussies, by the way? No, hi, I'm American.
Let's really put this into perspective. Even though people refunded it, they still made roughly $5 million. Considering they probably spent $10,000 on assets, they've made profit. Whether they keep any of that money is going to be interesting to see if they get sued.
Accuse us of asset flip. That's not true. Also, our team worked night and
Mathematics
day
is
for
just an
5
opinion.
years
It all
to make
depends
our
on
dream game a
perception.
reality. We're incredibly happy that our game will finally see the light of day for everyone to experience. It's so funny.
Oh, you can't help but laugh.
A week after this was
Oh,
hyped up
you know
and
what else
posted,
just came to
our
mind because of
supporter,
this?
the
The
one
same
Baguette
kind of
singular.
Fallout insanity
Thank
that
you
went
for
on.
protecting us from injustice and
Hello,
fakes
neighbor.
to a future streamer
What?
showing
Thank you for to our supporters, no matter what. Thank you for protecting us from Dude, this is satire. This is satire. They were typing this up and they were laughing the entire way. They were like, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we put a sentence in like this?"
the game. We wish you many views
Surely they're
and
gonna
new
get sued.
subscribers.
Surely.
Shouldn't it be many view and new subscriber? We hope all the secrecy of the day before will help you make a ton of interesting content from the game. Oh, we're making
Okay,
content on
I have a
this game.
conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Grab
yeah,
your
we
tinfoil
are. I
hats,
feel like
everybody.
Okay.
also made-
Tinfoil hat moment. Guys, grab your tinfoil hats. Yes, tinfoil hats. Tinfoil hatted.
Your tinfoil. Hi there. Your local tinfoil sales gob says
Conspiracy theory time. Yep.
this is a Chinese government game.
You know, I was literally just thinking with all of the with all the grammatical incorrectnesses, it feels like everything was just put through a translator. I wonder if Fnatic is a shell company.
That's exactly what I'm wondering too, because I got told a story by the lovely Veggie BL Tail here a couple months ago about how he went to Anime Expo in like 2017, stayed at an Airbnb that was a horrendously awful fucking experience, went back to his day job in like fucking Nebraska and heard a story about how the Chinese triad were using Airbnbs for surveillance and data theft. And he had to go submit a whole report to the FBI over it, and they actually cataloged it as fucking evidence. Part of my brain is sitting here going, "This is." Part of me is sitting here going, "Data theft."
See, I was wondering that as well, because it's a $10,000 investment. Like if maybe not even like China, just some governmental party with lots of money wanting a easy surreptitious way to get people's information, or whatever, like anything that like it's really like sneaky, because this feels that makes a lot of sense. Oh my god.
No, it's literally data theft and like dipping your toes into a specific market to see how you can manipulate it, right?
Jeez.
Like it doesn't matter if it succeeded or not, they already got the data that they needed as far as like market analytics.
The invasion has begun, not with guns, not with planes, but with slow inevitable takeover of our internet and providers. Oh my god.
It's always an information war. It never stops being. And yes, this is entirely tinfoil hat Tia.
We need to get
like
Alex Jones on here.
It's cynical enough to be true.
Yeah, we need to get Alex Jones in here. Good lord.
No, because I'm green and he'd accuse me of being a frog and drinking the water already.
Now, one of the reasons I think this game actually generated so much buzz is because of the secrecy behind it. It showed a relatively interesting concept.
Yeah, like from a core asset. I think that's the thing. They knew people would like this. They know this has like there are certain game types out there, certain themings that will always draw in attention.
A pretty cool marketing strategy that probably would have paid off. Of course, now we know the real reason is because they didn't have a fucking game to promote.
You know, Jones has opinions on goblins. Jones has opinions
on everything,
on a lot of things, and he can't escape.
The day before arrives in New
That's
York,
all I'm gonna say.
Purchasing billboard space in Times Square.
They did what?
Continue developing this?
To be fair, it is very easy to get billboard space in Times Square. In fact,
no, it's not.
Actually, it is. All it takes is time and money. And in fact, I've said it before. If somebody wants to sponsor me to put up an advertisement in like the center of London or Times Square, I'll do that. I'll fly out to America. I will get my own advertisement in Times Square with my stupid fucking face on it, and I will take a picture of myself in front of it. But I ain't paying for that shit myself.
They also posted a global launch time.
We could do the new meta in Times
Square. Yo, new Twitch meta in Times Square. Let's go. Yeah, so I think I looked into it. I think for a week of I think it was 5 to 10 seconds trailers. I think it's about $10,000. Yo, anyone want to spot me $10,000? Maybe the people who are gullible enough to sponsor this game would sponsor me.
Oh my god.
And as well, it gets stranger though. On November 1st, we're happy to declare that we won back our name the day before in the Intellectual Property Tribunal. As I showed you, they didn't. At least I think they
No, they didn't.
We dedicate this victory to all our future players. It's all for them. We didn't take a penny from people, accepted no pre-orders, and didn't harm anyone. Whoa, buddy.
Yo, is that a threat? Is that the guys? I'm feeling threatened right now. I'm feeling threatened. I'm gonna have to grab my piece.
There's some violence about to go on.
I didn't ask. Why are you getting so defensive?
Which, you know, you saying this might be like saying this might be a shell company makes a lot of sense considering the translation of things. Them being as abrasive as they are.
Yeah, 100%. Like it may be tinfoil like fucking hat, but like it fits.
Because it's that like translation of intent. Because them saying so them saying, where is it? We didn't have didn't harm anyone. That in English doesn't make that sounds really weird when you say it in English. But if it was said in like, I don't know, Chinese or some other in some other language. In their language, it probably makes sense. It doesn't sound as aggressive, but because they don't know how to translate it into a less aggressive fashion, Oh.
Google
Showing that
Translate's
the
a bitch.
impossible is possible. Never give up.
Never give. Yes. Never give
It will
up.
be early
Never
access on
surrender.
Steam, since this is our first huge game, and there may be unforeseen circumstances. Now that is
Oh
my
foreshadowing.
Prepare
Christ.
for
This was the
unforeseen
first of like
consequences.
5 or 6 delays the game had, which is not a good sign, especially when you're not showing people gameplay or something to whet their appetite.
I
It's
really
also
hope they
kind of a
ended
red
that sentence
flag
with
if
all
you're
that for a
posting
single drop of
promotional material
blood.
for something that you don't own the full trademark to.
God.
Power is in the truth.
What?
These
See what I
fucking
mean?
posts, dude. Here's
It's
one
like this,
from February
the
7th.
phoneticism
We all
and
live in a
the
time
way
of
they're typing this feels like
disinformation and lack
Google
of
Translate.
fact-checking. You don't say. Anyone can say anything for views, and everyone will believe it. Disinformation needs to be dealt with, as it can harm not only
Thank you for
us,
the
but
resub,
also other
Hawkesbury.
indie and small medium studios. After the release of the day before, we'll think about how to help novice developers deal with fakes and allocate resources for this. They did help novice developers deal with fakes
by showing how not
by
to do it.
exposing themselves. But it's pretty clear, you know, how often they talk about, you know, trademark disputes,
this
and
is
we didn't harm
crazy.
anybody, and we didn't take money from people, we didn't you know, do Kickstarters, we don't have the funds to continue. All this talk about money and not enough about just what the fucking game is going to be.
God, I
Now,
feel
if you check
dirty.
Steam charts, you will be thrilled to know that there was an all-time peak of
Again.
30,000. 271 people are playing it now. Also, I watched an
You can
Angry
actually
Joker
still play
video,
this game.
and he goes on Twitch, and at one point this game had 400,000 viewers.
Jesus.
No! 400,000 people at least wanted
Mood.
to know what
Most
the
appropriate
fuck
reaction.
This game was. So in conclusion,
Yeah.
2023 has been
Hi,
an
Flair.
incredible year for gaming. Overall,
Ah, Flair.
the amount of awesome
Yeah,
games that
okay,
have
we're
come
gonna
out-
leave that there. Thank you, Act Man. So what did we learn from this? Nothing, but it has been a
Man.
good comedy. It has been a good.
All I've learned is
But
that
you know what we learned?
200,000 people are very
Yeah,
easily separated
200,000
for
people
50
were
bucks.
fucking stupid.